Hi, Mira here from Buzz Career Counselling. I just wanted to say a quick thing about personality tests. So I just posted something this morning in the Buzz Seekers group about your strengths, and this is something that is sort of describes your how you do things. And I push this all the time, not only to find hi Natalie, not only to find what you enjoy doing, but it's also a massive part of your job applications and resumes and is your how, which comes back to your strengths, which comes back to your sort of personal way that you approach things and do tasks. So one way to do that is to do what I always get my clients to start with is a personality test. So the one I get them to do is 16 personalities, and that comes from Myers-Briggs. And it just sort of sparks a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of understanding that you might not normally think of, because it will talk a little bit about what you're like in the career and in the workplace, what you're like as a colleague or a boss, which might just prompt you to sort of highlight what your strengths are and how you do things. People don't realize this, but you all do things differently, and it's important that you know your own. I'm sorry, the lighting keeps swinging in here. You know your own strengths, because you have to be able to sell them, and you have to be able to go for jobs that are suitable to your strengths, so that you can be who you are, basically. So there's quite a few on there, different personality tests, but there's a whole heap of free ones as well, so you don't need to pay, and just to kind of prompt you into working out what your top strengths are. It should be so rather than just list them on your resume, also it should actually just be woven in. So the way that you, hi Lynn, it's the way that you present it. So I'm working on a resume. I should be working on a resume right now. And it's, so instead of sort of just saying I just want to think of an example that's not in my head. For me, I trained, I need to sort of be saying that I initiated the program, I created the program, but then when I'm training, I train with empathy, and I train with, understanding individual needs and addressing those needs. So I do it the way I do it. Right or wrong doesn't matter, but it's different to the way someone else would do it. So someone else might be, pushing for high achievement or something like that. So yeah, just have a look at your resume and see if you can sort of weave in, without listing, I'm not just going to say I'm empathetic. I'm going to weave it into my dot points when I'm explaining what jobs experience I've had. Does that make sense? Because when I work with someone, I get a feeling for how they operate, but your two-page resume has to express that. And for them to be able to pick it up. So it's really worth it, whether you're working out what career is suitable, it's also good to use in your applications. So tapping into your strengths is really important to know. It's your branding, and you want to use it. It's your passion, it's your core, it's your essence, it's what you're about, it's what you do naturally, and that's what you want to be. Well, that's what you want to be doing. Does that make sense? Natalie and Lynn, thanks for jumping on. The summary at the top of the resume. So I'm just looking at one of those at the moment, and it sort of depends on the industry. What was your industry again, Lynn? To make sure it's fairly concise. You don't want it to sort of rabbit on. Nothing on your resume should be, sort of too much, because really we're scanning. Most recruitment is sort of scanning initially, so make it fairly concise and just very relevant to the actual job you're applying for in that summary. It can be so we're doing a statement at the moment, but a career summary, if that's suitable. I don't really encourage career objectives anymore. That used to be on the top, to sort of say, oh, I want to be here and I want to climb this ladder and I want to, go into these industries. But now it's sort of more about the employer than the employee. So a career, what did you say, summary? Yeah, so just sort of a brief summary of what your career is about. If your career is not really relevant, then sort of just summarize the parts that are relevant. So you don't have to kind of put all the bits in, because I'll see that on the resume. So really try and keep it as relevant as possible. Yeah, okay, so a lot of your how then in, you know, how you go about admin, because admin's huge. I think I spoke about, I forget where I speak. It's a big one in that there's so many different aspects of admin. So if to just say admin, I mean, if you're admin in, you know, a small business, you are it, you are everything. And if you're admin in a large corporation, then you might just be data entry, or just, you know, communications with the public or the clients or whatever it might be. So summarize your how though, you know, what you've done, but in a, you know, with your manner. Does that make sense? Because I'd need to know how you're going to be different. If I was employing you, why would I pick you over someone else? You know, what strengths are you going to be bringing to me? Are you efficient? Are you accurate? Are you, you know, do you sort of focus on my whole business for me? Are you, you know, high on customer relations? Are you, if you got the financial sort of side of things? So what you're bringing in. So anything else there? That makes sense. Okay. All right. I just wanted to, yeah, sometimes just a personality test, or ask a friend or ask a colleague. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to see our natural strengths, because we've just always done them and we do them that way and we don't even think about it. So, but that's the bit that we need to pass on. So if you can't ask friends and colleagues about you in the workplace, then have a look at a personality test. It might just sort of remind you and go, oh yeah, I do it that way. Oh yeah, that is important to me. And, you know, so that would be making part of that summary statement. Good luck. But I just wanted to jump on and say that I need to go now, but good luck. Was there anything else, Lynn, you wanted to ask, or Natalie, while we're still here? No, if not, just send me a message anyway. I put it in the group and I can respond to it. The 16 personalities is the one I get people to do, and they don't have to pay. Yeah, okay, good. All right, wonderful. Good luck. But if there's anything extra, just put it in the group and I can respond to it. Okay, bye.